Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Backfire Simsport TV. I'm Clyde Whiting, and tonight we bring you the media day from Season 3 of the newly rebranded EDF Motorsports GT4 TCR Challenge live from Spa Francorchamps. In the booth with me tonight, I have Mr. Bill Switzer. Good evening.
Good evening, Clyde. Good evening, Sam. Good evening, everybody.
And we also have our usual cameraman, Mr. Sam Boozin. Good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
So, just to explain to everybody, we've had a bit of a fiddle with the fuel numbers in the off season, and those of you that follow us regularly will be aware that Romain Ratu was robbed of a victory in the last round because of the way that iRacing deploys and handles their safety car on road courses with sort of bespoke NASCAR rules. So the other thing we've done is we've introduced a manual safety car. So there's no points on the table tonight, but it's going to give us a good idea and a good test session to make sure that we can make the manual safety car work and obviously see if we need to tweak the fuel limits any further. But the season starts next Wednesday, and it is from this very track. So the few drivers that we've got are getting some very valuable practice time in. It is a smaller grid than normal, but we don't normally race on a Saturday night, and we know other people have other things to do. But the most important bit is the testing. So, Bill, we are back at Spa again. Fantastic track, as we know. Off-track city. How do you think these cars are going to go around this big old track?
I think this track is built, excuse me, hold on one second. I think this track is built for about any race car you have. It's excellent. It covers all the bases as far as altitude changes, tight turns, really fast turns. Probably one of the scariest in auto racing is Rouge and Radalon. I mean, that'll tighten up your sphincter muscle in a hurry. Let me tell you, it's a fast climbing hill, no matter what kind of car or motorcycle you're riding. It's very dangerous and very fast, and it really piques your attention. The very unusual thing is for the few cars we have here and the people that are watching, you get to look in on a little bit of kind of a test session of what goes on behind the scenes when, we try to make things go right. And so it's going to be interesting. I'm hoping it works because there's been a little controversy about the safety car, as Clyde has mentioned. And it is a problem because it's based on an oval racing kind of situation. So, when I guess it landed when everybody was in the pits, which confused the hell out of the system. So that's the biggest problem. And for Romain, I'm sorry, but it is what it is, and hopefully you get over it soon. But anyway, it's going to be a pretty interesting night to see if this works, and I'm really curious if the pace car driver can do well as well. Safety car, sorry.
Yeah, well, the safety car driver is a bit dodgy. We can say that. But when the safety car comes out, the drivers will get a voice message. They will get a text message. And for those watching the stream, it will also come up on the stream, so it's coming out. And then you need to look for a rather garishly painted Corvette, because we've kept the car. There it is. Sam has just shown it to you, and hopefully the drivers won't be able to miss that, but we shall see. And then the idea will be to the pits will be open so people can make a pit stop. We will get everybody lined up behind the pace car. We will then try to get everybody into their correct positions. The pace car will accelerate away, hopefully without crashing, enter the pit lane, and the field will be in the hands of the leader for the restart. So on paper, it's very, very simple, but we'll have to wait and see whether it works or whether we have got 7 days to come up with another new plan, Bill.
Yeah, to the viewers that are watching and to us, of course, we may have a little fumbling, jumbling here with the new system, but that's what we're doing this for, to test it. So through the rest of the season, we'll be satisfied with it, and of course the drivers hopefully will be satisfied with it, and it'll make a smoother show for all of us. So this is the things you got to do, and we thank the guys that came out for Media Day to test it. It's important. If we didn't have them, we wouldn't be able to do it. So there you go.
Yeah, definitely. And so obviously, so that we can do the test, there will definitely be one safety car. If the test doesn't go too well, there could be a second one, so we can see if we can get it any better. But we'll wait and see what happens. So the drivers have got a 30-minute qualifying session tonight. We are halfway through. Currently in GT4, we have Abdullah Amri currently sitting on provisional pole, the only BMW in the field. Tyler Newitt is in provisional second, and Ben Cullen in provisional third. All of those in GT4s. Tyler and Ben has actually just dropped down to fourth because Stuart Dick popped his Porsche into provisional third place. In TCRs, we have Gary Craig currently sitting on provisional pole, Mark Heron provisional second, and Princess Pete Bingham is provisionally third, although Speedy himself, Mr. Chris Shaw, has not set a time yet, Bill.
Well, Chris Shaw is known to do those kind of things, and he might be just hanging back. Maybe he'll start from the pits to experiment a little bit, see do some overtaking. Since there's no points on the table, it wouldn't hurt. So who knows? I mean, he's not one to go out there and bang around in a hurry. He kind of holds back, kind of like a Foggy type situation, really.
Yeah, very true, very true. And also, for those of you that watch regularly, will notice that we are now called the EDF Motorsports GT4 TCR Challenge. So EDF are a real-world race team based in the UK in Lincolnshire. They race in numerous different series, and they've agreed to be our title sponsor for this season and hopefully many, many more seasons to come. Because of their sponsorship, we are offering some fantastic prizes at the end of this season. So the winner of the GT4 class and the winner of the TCR class, plus the commentators will be nominating their driver of the series. So we will do a driver of the race each week and add the scores up. And at the end of the season, we will have a driver of the season. Those three drivers will get the chance to visit EDF Motorsports HQ in Lincolnshire in the UK. Have a nose around and a chat, and then they will also get a 1 hour driver training slot on EDF's driver training simulator. And I'm told that 99.9% of people that go there and get some driver training knock lap times off of their simulated times when they get back to iRacing. So absolutely fantastic prize there, and absolutely brilliant to have EDF Motorsports, Eddie and all the team there on board for this season. Sounds good, Bill.
Oh, are you kidding? It sounds fabulous. Jeez, I mean, who that likes motorsports and fooling around in the simulator here wouldn't like that? I mean, what an opportunity, really. It's fantastic. I mean, a lot of these race shops, to get in are pretty, I don't want to say they're rude, but they're very tight-knit, and it's hard to get in some of those places. And I think what an excellent opportunity, and we certainly thank EDF for opening their doors to the guys that excel in their sponsored series here.
Yeah, and obviously, if we get an overseas winner that can't make it, I have volunteered to take one for the team and go for them and take some pictures.
I was going to say there's somehow that the head commentator will get in there somehow. I know that's fortunately, most of you guys are over there, but you know, you never know. We got Tyler Newen, who's a really good at the wheel, and a couple other people here that are not from Western Europe and England. So, but whatever it is, it's still a great prize anyway.
Yeah, and you know, interestingly enough, some of last season's fast drivers have not signed up for this season. Some of them are doing other things. We've gone public on the forums, and obviously with the prizes we're offering, we're hoping to get a new crop of drivers as well into this series to challenge the older heads. So I don't think anything is a foregone conclusion this year, Bill, or this season, should I say?
No, definitely not. It's a new slate of paper, so to speak. We never know who we're going to get. I mean, we've been surprised before. People from the outside come in and and really have tremendous racecraft, and they have the capability of winning. I mean, TCR and GT4, very popular series. There's a lot of them out there on iRacing, and I don't want to be self-serving, but they find our league, they'll be lucky. This is one of the best on the server, bar none. I know it sounds self-serving because I work here, but I got to tell you that the group is wonderful. It's no bloodthirsty kind of stuff. No people drive backwards on the track and all this kind of nonsense that sometimes you run into. So it's a good league to be part of. And if anybody's listening, even has an inkling, and you got guys that'll cooperate, that'll help you here, which that's unheard of, really. So, the more the merrier, and we'd certainly like to have some quality drivers come in here.
Yeah, we certainly would. And obviously, if you want to sign up, the season starts next Wednesday. Visit our website at backfiresimsporttv.com, where you will see the league tab, and you can get to the registration page from there. We charge the paltry sum of £10 for a full season, which is 12 broadcasted races. All of our races are 60 minutes long. So you get a practice session, a qualifying session, a 60-minute race, and if you're chatty and not shy, an interview after the race as well, plus a bit of banter with the commentators. So get signed up. There's details all over the iRacing forum as well, and on our Facebook page. So we look forward to seeing some new drivers.
I'll be back in a minute. Excuse me, I'll be back in a minute, okay?
No problems. Sam, I'll talk to you if I have to. I know you're very ill, so I'll keep it to the minimum. But those BSTV esports paints are looking hot.
Very hot. I like them.
So Sam has got the lurgy. So we don't normally let him talk anyway, so it shouldn't make that much of a difference. Let's have a look where we are now. So we've got AAA, as we call him, Abdul Al Amri, is currently still on provisional pole in GT4 with a little over 5 minutes to go. Tyler Newitt sits in provisional second, with Stuart Dick provisional third. Ben Cullen is currently fourth, Rob Ben fifth, Stefan Goebel is sixth. In TCR, Gary Craig still sits top of the pile, with Mark Heron second, Pete Bingham third, and Chris Shaw still yet to send a time in, is in fourth place. And I'm wondering if Bill's right and Chris is going to do a try and win it from the back and practice a bit of racecraft, because I know he was around, because I remember seeing his striking new livery in the practice session. So, or is he just going to leave it right to the last minute and upset everybody? We'll have to wait and see. So, as usual, these guys get one free repair. So if things go horribly wrong, they can drive back to or reset and take a tow back to the pits, get a brand new car and carry on. The incident limit, which is going to be tricky round Spa, is 15. So once they hit 15 incident limits, they should then get an automatic drive-through penalty. And then the same again every 15 incident points after that. And as those of you that are au fait with Spa on iRacing know, unless there's been any major changes in the new builds, Spa is one of those tracks where there are off tracks and 1Xs absolutely everywhere, as well as slowdowns as well. So
yeah, I'm back and I agree. It's pretty tight for trying to, what should I say, get a little extra racetrack under your tires.
Or being greedy.
That also, yeah.
Don't start me off on track limits.
Well, you know, the one thing we have to remember, I have a tendency to complain about a few tracks, but, you know, everybody has the same thing. So, you know, you have to either accept them or you don't. You know, you take the penalty or you don't, one or the other.
Yep, that's very true. And no, I'm not even going to go there. It's the white lines for me. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to what's going on tonight. So as we've said, obviously we've got a very reduced field tonight because we don't normally race on a Saturday night and people are doing other things. But what you will see is very, very close racing, especially when the season kicks off for real. You know, especially the TCRs are just like a swarm of bees. The GT4s, you know, they can outdraft each other and swap places willy-nilly. And we found that, you know, the racing in this league most of the time is second to none, isn't it, Bill? It's just got everything. And every week we say, do you know what? That was the best race we've ever seen. And then the following week, it trumps it.
Very true. And at the risk of sounding religious, we are blessed to have the people we have racing with us. They do a wonderful job. And again, like children, we have our little arguments, but they're, you know, within a few hours, it's over. It's done. We sort it out. You know, there's powders like me. It takes a little bit longer, but that's, you know, I mean, you have to face reality when you're racing. You know, there's times you're going to bang together. It's going to happen. I mean, everybody's trying to get the ideal line and trying, you know, and a lot of these are very close match vehicles and driver capabilities. So if you're in the same neighborhood, you know, what do you have to do? Sometimes you have to take a risk to try to get by a guy that's better than you or maybe the same as you. So we're going to have some coming together. But we do have a great group. They have a lot of fun. And as I say, when everything cools down, they'll tell you there's no better place than to be here. And I totally agree. I think it's wonderful. And it's great to work one of these. You know, Clyde will tell you when you work one of these as a commentator, it's easy because, you know, they do a great job. And I'm just blown away every time. Some of the great maneuvers and the great skills that some of these guys have. I mean, yeah, it's simulated racing, but, you know, I've done the real stuff as well as this. And as far as I'm concerned, this is harder than real, to be perfectly honest. But
yeah, sim racing isn't it? Because you haven't got the same sensory input.
Exactly right. Yep.
You know, I always find that iRacing is about seeing and listening, whereas in a real car, it's more through the seat of your pants. You know what's going on in the car.
That's right. I'm sorry. And I don't mean to make this sound crude, but it's almost like a handicap. You lose some of your senses when you do this. You know, you don't have the same situation. You don't have the fear sensation, you know, that you do in a real car, first of all. And like you said, I don't care whether it's all
the repair bills.
Yeah, that one too. That's a killer. That's the killer, all right. You know, and And when these guys complain they bend the fender, well, if you're working for somebody and you take back a $300,000 car you just twisted up, they're not going to be happy with you.
Yeah, that is true, Bill. That is true. Right, so we are coming to the end of this qualifying session. Not much is changing. So Chris Shaw still hasn't set a time. Checkers are out, so drivers will be able to finish their laps. But yeah, Chris Shaw's not set a time, so he's obviously going to try a start at the back and see where he can get to.
I hope he didn't leave. I wonder if he's still here. I don't even know.
I've not seen him. No, he's not left the session. I think he's probably, as you rightly said at the start, just using it as a proper practice.
Well, in Chris Shaw fashion in practice, which doesn't tell the whole tale, but in practice, he was 2 seconds faster than the other 3 or 4 guys out there. That kind of tells the tale of Chris Shaw's ability.
Yeah, very true. He's he's a very good driver.
Certainly is.
Unfortunately, with Chris, season 1, we had Kevin Vermont in the TCR class, and Chris was pipped into second place. Kevin then decided to drive in GT4 for season 2. So Chris would have been rubbing his hands, thinking, right, I've got it this season. And lo and behold, Tom Stanley drops out of GT4 into TCR. And yet again in season 2, Chris was pipped to second place. So he's always one to watch. He's always quick.
I gotta believe that
I've never even seen him in any big accidents apart from Yazgate.
I gotta believe that Chris Shaw is tired of being the bridesmaid. I have a feeling he's going to try to solve that this season.
Yeah, I think you're right. And but again, there's some quick drivers. Tom Stanley has signed up again, even though I don't think he's here tonight. Gary Craig is really starting to take to this car now.
I was just going to mention Gary. Gary's done a wonderful job in the short time he's driven it.
Yeah, you've got all the result boys that just drive this car so much that they're always capable of a result. So yeah, it's as we said a little while ago, it's not a foregone conclusion.
For sure. I have a question concerning the new situation. Are you driving the safety car for pace car during this, or?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think it will be driving me.
Ah, okay. I was wondering if you're the one that had a wheel. Okay.
If I can get round pace laps in it without crashing, I will be a very, very happy boy at the end of the race. If I do crash, I have all the excuses written down in front of me, including professional safety car drivers crash. And I'm certainly not a professional driving or broadcasting. So I wonder how we ban people from the chat. Evening, Johnny.
Sam, can you give me the stream, please? Really? Huh, I don't see it. I'm sorry, I got it. Never mind.
Okay, so the grid timer has come up. So the cars will be gridding. Let's run through your small starting grid for tonight. So GT4s, we have AAA for asymmetric GT4 on pole position. Tyler Newitt for BSTV Esports yellow, I believe, or orange, I don't know. We haven't even sorted it out yet. In second, Stuart Dick, Asymmetric GT4 in third. Ben Cullen for BSTV Esports in fourth. Stefan Goebel for VTS Germany in fifth. And Rob Venn for BSTV Esports, that's easy for me to say, in sixth. In the TCR class, we have Gary Craig, BSTV Esports on pole position. Mark Heron, Asymmetric TCR in second. Pete Bingham, BSTV Esports in third. And Chris Shaw with no time set in quali for Ascari Autosport starting fourth. And he is on the grid because I can see his bright orange car. So, rolling start. That
Excellent.
safety car is not me. Okay, so we are about to get underway on the pace lap.
Come into the hairpin.
Yep, safety car's peeled in. And they've gone. Green flag is out.
AAA sprinted away. We've got Tyler Newen in pursuit of him. Stuart Dick in third. Ben Cullen in fourth, going into La Source. Not as crowded tonight with the 6 cars. That makes it a little bit easier. Here comes the TCR.
Does, yeah.
Gary Craig leading Mark Heron. Chris Shaw has already moved to third. And Princess Pete's going to follow Mark Heron and give him a dose of his own medicine.
Yeah. No. That's not going to happen, is it?
Okay, we're going up over Radiant. I can't say it. Anyway, the top of the hill, and they're going up Campbell Straight now. Heading for Lacoon. Terrible. My French grandmother's rolling in her grave. I can't even say French words. Terrible.
Looks like Chris Shaw's warming his tyres up still.
Yeah, he's fooling around there.
Oh, a lot of curb there from
Wow,
Mr. Bingham.
Pete, wow.
I'm sure he would have got some X's there, if not a slowdown.
Tyler's doing a bang-up job staying with AAA there.
Yeah, I'm not really up to date with what they did on the balance of performance for this build.
I don't know either.
If they did anything. Obviously, we saw last season when the BMW came to us that it had a bit more grunt coming out of the corners, and the Porsche was still a little bit more nimble around the corners.
Yeah,
but it made the BMW hard to pass, didn't it?
Yeah, well, I heard some of the grumblings about how the Porsche had changed. It wasn't as good as it was before, but I think we saw that the more, I don't want to say better because they're all really good, but the guys experienced in the Porsche, they, like you said, they could get up to the BMW, give them a hell of a run, but when it really came time to pass and stuff, unless the BMW made a mistake, it was tough for them to get by.
Sorry, having a coughing fit there. Which hasn't finished. So Chris Shaw is putting some pressure there on Mark Heron.
And Mark, I didn't pick you to win tonight either, so there, all right? You should be safe.
Yeah, well, Mark joined us in the GT4s, didn't he?
Yeah,
And then switched to the TCR, and he's been getting quicker and quicker and quicker.
For those that weren't here last year, we were picking a winner for the TCR division and the GT4s for every race, and the commentators were. And I picked Mark Heron a couple of times, and he binned it both times, and he told me, please don't pick him anymore. I said, okay, I won't.
So who have you picked tonight then, Bill?
I haven't. I'm out of that game. I'm trying to get along with everybody, you know? My wife keeps saying, you got to learn to get along with everybody. Okay, I'll do the best I can. What can I say?
So I think Pete did get a slowdown because these three have properly dropped him.
He might have got to slow down on this first corner here because he was awful.
He was, yeah.
Yeah,
that's where I think he
inside
got
there.
it, yeah.
Look at this, side by side through the Lacombe. That's a tough place to pass. Ooh, Chris Shaw looked like he was. Oh, well, a little bit of a touch, but
yeah,
he recovered.
There was a bit of a squeeze on there.
Wow.
Oh,
whoa, baby. Look at that thing go sideways.
There.
Wow.
Can't see it because of the trees, but.
Oh, Pete spun out in the background there. I see him.
Well, what did that take? 4 minutes?
You're evil. You're evil. What do you do? Oh, a little fast.
Yeah, he just carried too much in, didn't he?
Oh, baby. No harm, no foul.
He didn't hit anything, did he? Just just pride. Oh no, I don't think Pete's got any pride to start with, so it doesn't matter.
He wears dresses. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we have proof. These two are still at it.
I'll tell you, Mark Aaron's doing a pretty good defensive job there.
Yeah, Gary Craig must be thinking, yeah, boys, keep going.
Really?
So Stefan Goebel is looking a bit quick tonight.
Yeah, he's looking a little racy, isn't he?
Putting some pressure on Ben Cullen.
I noticed Ben Cullen has switched to the Porsche as well. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, the whole team has, to be fair. So
well, that's okay. Well, they can work together that way then.
Yeah. You'll see, obviously, Rob Venn is in the Porsche as well.
Another gentleman that. Whoa! Oh, that's not going to be nice. It's going to be a slowdown. There it is too.
Yeah, that's probably what Gary Craig didn't want to see. He was probably hoping that those two were going to battle for a while so he could really extend the lead.
You know, I can understand how Mark Heron did that. I mean, with Chris Shaw hammering on your rear bumper like that, you know, it's easy to do.
Yeah, and I think he was still trying to serve the slowdown there.
Yeah, it looked like a long time, didn't it? Wow. Stefan Goebel's
paint, isn't it?
Nice looking, yeah.
It's different to their usual. Got a bit of metallic on there now.
Guys at BTS do nice paint jobs. They really do.
Yeah.
Even their GT cars look good. GT3 cars look good as well. And their V8 supercars were nice also.
Yeah, and they always give us a mention on their liveries as well.
Yeah, they do. Yep. Yeah, they're a quality team. They really are. Them and the American guys, also the BTS America. Good guys. So at the moment, Stefan is a BSTV sandwich.
He certainly is, yeah.
Between Ben Cullen and Rob Venn. I was going to say before, Rob Venn sure improved. And
Pete's got again! Ray! Can we see the whole of that incident, please, Sam, in slow motion?
This will be in the highlights, huh?
Let's see what he's done.
That's just pushing like crazy there.
Yeah. Here he goes. You spin me right round, baby, right round.
Will it go round in circles? Let's run it into the guardrail, too. What the hell?
Let's get angry.
Now Ben's pulling away from this 3-car pack right now a little bit. Ben Cullen.
I think Rob is starting to put a little bit of pressure on Stefan, or Stefan's slightly overdriving.
Well, yeah. What is that in his mirror?
Whoa!
Whoa!
What a save. Good save.
Are you eating cake? Sounds good.
I've got a very large warm cookie.
Oh, really? Oh.
Pressure is definitely going to put the pressure on Gary.
Oh, yeah, he's got a good chance of getting him here, too. Gary's in the middle of the road. Look at him.
Yeah.
Inside. Nah. Nah. Whoa, look at this.
Go away with it.
I think Chris let him go, to be honest with you.
Normally, if you're going to defend there, you've got to stay there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think our Chris show lifting in the straight, so...
Yep.
Yeah, like I say, normally you just shove it in there, stay on that right-hand side, basically bring the car to a stop on the apex to stop the car behind getting past.
It's almost like he's testing Gary right now. As we said at the top of the broadcast, Gary has picked up this car very quickly. He's doing a tremendous job. He's trying to let him go, I think, and I don't think Chris is going. Because he stayed out wide there at, what's the name of that corner? I can't think of it.
Yeah, it may just have been an error.
Could be. We're now down in the twisty section. And this Blagimont corner is something else too, coming up fast, and the road tightens up really quickly on the exit. It's so easy to go off-road here.
I don't think there is an easy corner around Spa.
No, I don't either. I agree.
They've all got their own little quirk.
Sure do. And here are the curbs on that hairpin, or the chicane there will kill you. Well, look at this. Stuart Dix closing in on Tyler. Wow. Well, we're going to be side by side here. AAA says loving this.
Yeah, I don't know whether Tyler made a mistake somewhere or...
Oh, he might have had a slowdown. We didn't see anything, but possibly. And again, to everybody, this is not a points race. This is a test session for testing some logistical changes with BSTV, as well as giving these guys kind of a testing session. Tyler's fighting back.
Yeah,
yep.
This is exactly what you want from a test session.
Exactly, yep.
Yeah, bear in mind that these guys will be back here next week racing for point.
Yeah, you know, it's a good time to test out any of the changes they possibly made in the new build. So, not a bad idea.
And obviously with the schedule out now as well, interesting to see Long Beach in the schedule. That could be interesting. And Bathurst.
Tyler trying to fight back. Is that Blagimont into the hairpin, or into the chicane? Gary Craig's doing a banner job of holding Chris Shaw off so far. Looks like they're tied together.
Yeah, I'm not, no disrespect to Gary, I'm not sure whether he's holding him off or whether Chris is using this as, you know, how can I run behind another car? How can I set somebody up for a pass?
Yeah, I know it's not disrespectful, but it's good testing for both of these guys, actually. Oh, here we go. Nope. He made himself known in Gary's mirror that time. We're on board with Chris Shaw. We're going through Rouge, Rajalon, and that's Gary Craig up ahead of Chris Shaw. Chris looks like he's going for it this time. Gary looks like he's backing out a little bit. Yep, he's going to fall in behind him. Nice pass by Chris Shaw, and great respect from Gary Craig. Gary Craig saying, now I can rest a little bit.
Yeah. Well, now Gary needs to use it as a test and
absolutely
see if he can keep up with Chris.
Absolutely, yep.
I nearly did a bill then and called him Carl.
He's been called worse things, I'll bet you. I was happy in the new build, not to change the subject a little bit. They came out with one of my favorite dirt cars, the Northeast Big Block. Oh, sorry, safety car. Okay, we're gonna take a run on our first safety car. Manual safety car.
With some dodgy driving.
Well, there's a picture of the driver too. Looks like a Caribbean Fiesta.
Oh yeah.
Okay, a nice job. He's picked up the leader, who at this point is AAA. And Chris Shaw is in the pits. Gary Craig's in the pits. Okay, our current standings in GT4 are Abdel Amri, I'm sorry. Stuart Dickens second, Tyler Newitt third, Ben Cullen fourth, Stefan Goebel in fifth, and Rob Ben, and I believe that's Rob Ben, just came in the pits also. I'm not sure who that was.
Obviously, one of the things the guys have to remember with the manual safety car is it is solid. They can't drive into it like they can the iRacing safety car.
Well, even if it's foggy, they'll be able to see it, that's for sure. And the safety car came out just before the 16-minute or 17-minute mark. We're on lap 7 at the moment. He's cruising along at about a nice 60 to 70 miles an hour. I can't calculate that exactly, but that's about what it is. Or 100 kilometers.
Yeah, and he's not crashed yet.
And this is a view from the back of the safety car, looking back at our leader, AAA.
So we'll need to do a minimum of 2 laps, just in case anybody else requires a pit stop that missed it the first time round.
Yeah. This is a good break for Pete Bingham. Maybe catch back up in the back and try to make up some time. There he is now on screen, I believe.
Yeah, I would have assumed that Pete made a pit stop. That would certainly make sense.
And I believe Chris Shaw has too. He's coming around now.
Yeah. All the TCRs except Mark Heron have made a pit stop, and none of the GT4.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. We'll see
Thank
if
you,
the
Sam.
GT4s go in this time. This is actually quicker than I usually go around here.
I should probably try that sometime. Maybe I can stay on the track for a change.
A new career as a safety car driver.
Wow. I could think of worse things to do.
I'm sure I saw Gary Craig going to the pits. But
He
it's
did. He
shown
went
as-
he went behind Chris Shaw.
and it's shown as 0 pit stop
Yeah.
on SDK, so yeah.
And Rob
it does
Ben's in
record.
now. Oh, did it record that time? Huh.
Yeah, 2 GT4 stayed out, AAA and Stefan Goebel.
Okay. Oh yeah, you got Tyler, Stuart Dick, Ben Cullen, and Rob Ben in there.
Okay, so we'll bring the safety car in this lap.
Is this something that we'll have to announce green flag this time by or anything like that, or just when the safety car goes in, that's it?
Yeah, just when the safety car goes in,
Okay.
the field is in the hands of the leader.
Okay. Yep. Mark Aaron's warming his tires for what reason I don't know, but
Don't need a reason to warm tyres.
heck no.
I don't think that worked, Sam. Didn't see your chat box come up.
I see something on the bottom.
It didn't work in the session, Clyde?
Not that I saw, no. Nothing came up on my screen.
Did you did not hear me?
Nope.
I heard you.
Yeah.
Of course I heard.
Yeah,
Of course I
that's
heard
not
you.
the
Yeah.
same button. I did push the other one, but yeah, don't know why. I'm gonna try again. Safety car in this lap, guy. Green flag
Nope.
this lap. Okay, so
Nope.
it worked the first time when the safety car comes out.
Huh. That's weird. That's weird. Did you hear when the safety car came out, Clyde?
Yeah.
Okay.
And why not this time? Ah, maybe because you have the spoiler, the chat disactivated when you drive.
No, because I'm listening to Stuart Dick at the moment.
Okay, that's weird. Well, gonna try to sort that out later on.
Too bad you couldn't put a flashy light on the Caribbean special there.
GT4 cars, please pass TCR cars. GT4 cars, please pass TCR cars.
Okay, that looks like it's happening. Ben Cullen's got a couple spots to go.
Stop spinning then.
Okay, you're all set there. They're all lined up.
Safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap.
If you go fast enough, Clyde, you still can win it.
Could.
Yeah, if you don't bin it at turn 1.
Oh! No. He's probably in already, isn't he?
I'm in the pit lane yet.
Yeah.
Did you crash?
No.
I've got a red thing.
Okay, green flag out. AAA took off. He's out in front of Stefan Goebel. Into La Source. Stuart Dick pushing behind Stefan Goebel with Tyler Newitt right behind him. Rob Ben a little more distance, and Ben Cullen. In the TCRs, we got Mark Heron in first. Gary Craig. Somebody's in the pits. Who was that?
Me.
No, there's Pete Bingham. Pete Bingham's in for some reason.
I may have touched the wall on the way into the pit. Just brushed it.
It's plastic, don't worry. Okay, we got a little battle for second, and Stefan Goebel ducks back in behind Stuart Dick. They're into Lacombe.
Yeah, so it looks like Stefan and Abdul didn't pit.
Correct. Both Rob Ben and Ben Cullen stopped. Tyler Newitt stopped, I believe, also. Tyler Newitt's looking the inside of Stefan Goebel. I think that's who it is. Yeah. All the cars look the same now. The green ones, green and black ones. The Sacred Tea and Coffee Company.
Yeah, they will be different next week. We will have green, we will have orange, and we will have yellow.
Cool.
So that's Tyler in behind Stefan.
Correct. And Rob Ben and Ben Cullen are back there a little bit, but they're kind of running together. Uh-oh. Stefan, that wasn't good. I don't know if you get away with that one.
I think there was somebody going backwards in the background there. Yeah. I think Ben had a crash.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not so much a crash.
Yeah, he went off track. I think he got a. Maybe not.
Well, Stefan was using all the track, wasn't he?
Well, I thought he got a slowdown from running wide up there off Blashamont. TCR looks like it's going to get a little tasty. Mark Heron's in front. Gary Craig pushing to catch up with him. And I see Chris Shaw lingering in the background there.
Oh, he's definitely a lingerer.
For sure.
Or is that a malingerer?
Could be both. I'm not sure. Yeah, still no change here. They're about equidistant apart.
Yeah, Gary won't find it easy to get past Mark.
Yeah, he's trying like the devil, though. Doing a good job. And, of course, he's got to keep his mind's eye on Chris Shaw coming up from behind also. He played that game earlier in the race, so he knows what that's like.
Yeah, so I think Chris is using this as a proper test session. He's
Absolutely.
seeing what he can do, what he can't do.
That's what it's for. Did you notice Gary angled in a little shallow that time? I wonder what he was doing there. Certainly too far away to pass, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe he was letting Mark Heron see him or something. I don't know.
Maybe he got his turning wrong.
I don't know. They look a little closer now. Okay, on board with Gary Craig behind Mark Heron. Going down toward Rouge. And Rajalan up the Camel Straight. Not quite yet. Camel Straight now. Well, it doesn't do it justice. That corner is fast, let me tell you.
So, do we think Mark Heron stayed out?
He did stay out, didn't he? Him and Gary Craig stayed out, right? Isn't that what you said, Sam?
No, I saw Gary Craig in the pits, but
that's right. Mark Heron, and who was the other one?
And Triple A and Stefan Goebel in GT4.
Oh, so all the TCRs came in?
Except Mark Heron.
Oh, Mark,
yeah, that's right. Okay.
We might get a good idea on the fuel run.
That's true. Yep, here comes Chris Shaw alongside Gary Craig. Gonna make a pass.
What's the fuel change for this season, Clyde? Can you explain it a bit for the viewers?
Why did you ask me when I put the largest piece of cookie in my mouth possible?
Well, we can wait a few minutes. But try to finish it before the end of the session.
Alright, here we have Stefan Goebel. He's followed by Rob Ben. And Rob Ben looks like he's catching him, actually. Now, he definitely came in the pits. I'm not sure if Stefan Goebel came in. I don't remember seeing him in the... No, I didn't think so either.
So, the fuel limit for this season, well, the fuel limit for this race is 30%. So we've had a play. There we go. Stefan's in.
And so is Rob Ben. Huh. I don't know. If I was Rob Ben, I would have tried to go one more lap, maybe.
Well, we are just over halfway. Is this the point in the lap where drivers can get to the end? As I was saying, so yeah, fuel for this race 30%. So we noticed with the safety car last season that it sort of ruined the fuel strategy. So we've reduced it. So, you know, some races might be 2 stoppers if there's no safety car. It might be a 1 stopper with a fuel save. And we can still tweak it as needs. So, again, you know, this is a good test of whether it works or not.
Okay, both Stefan Goebel and Rob Ben are back out. They definitely did not take tires. It was fuel only. Okay, Chris Shaw is now in first place, past Gary Craig. What's happened to Mark Heron?
Hit.
Thank you.
So I think it's just AAA that hasn't pitted so far.
And I see Ben Collin has retired.
Yeah, he's put a message in the chat that he was on call for work, so he's obviously had to go.
Just a tinge.
These two seem to have shared the same piece of track for the whole race.
For a long time, yeah. We're just a tinge past halfway. Okay, here comes AAA and Stuart Dick into the pits. And Tyler Newitt sails by them into first place. Let's see how it looks when they come out. So Rob Ben's trying real hard to catch up to Stefan there. Stefan Goebel. Wow, closed right up on him in the hairpin.
Stefan does his usual little jink to the left there.
Okay, AAA. AAA must have had a long pit stop. What the heck happened there? Stuart Dick came out in second. He's like 7 seconds behind, about 6 seconds behind Stuart Dick.
I think AAA had to take more fuel.
Oh, possibly, yeah.
Time.
Possibly. And Pete Bingham's back in again. What are we doing this time? Another pirouette, maybe? He's coming into the hairpin. Whoa.
Hmm.
Well, this is getting tasty. Look at this. Rob Ben's closing in. Wow. Nice line through there, Rob. Stefan Goebel's got a mirror full of Rob Ben at the moment.
Rob always seems to grow into the race.
Yeah, very true. Stefan seems to go through this section a little bit better. He inks out just a little bit of a lead, then they get at the Blanchimont and then into the hairpin. Rob closes in on him.
Yeah, I think Rob is definitely better on the brakes, isn't he?
Yeah, he...
or braver, anyway.
Yeah. Look at that, it closes, oh well, a little bit further, but not too far away. Stefan appears to get a little more of a launch off the corner. Being the late breaker that I am, the thing I just can't get over and learn is that when you brake real hard late like that, you slow down a little bit too much in the corner, and then you don't have the same speed that the guy that broke a little bit earlier ahead of you. He can accelerate it quicker than you can. And it kind of makes him be able to pull out like Stefan's doing at the moment.
Yeah, and especially in these cars as well, because they're momentum cars, aren't they? You've got to carry as much through that
Yep.
corner as you possibly can.
Yeah. You can't count on 700 or 800 horsepower to make up for your deficiencies. Tyler Newitt's got a pretty substantial lead at the moment, doesn't he? Wow. 24 seconds, 23 seconds? Wow. Chris Shaw's in the middle of Stuart Dick and AAA.
Yeah, we have to see if Tyler can make it to the end, because it seems that all the GT4s are going for a two-stopper, at least the ones that came with the safety car.
Yeah.
Maybe AAA and Stefan Goebel will be able to make it only one stopper. We'll see, it's gonna be tight at the end, but I do think that Tyler will have to come back to the pits at some point.
Yeah, possibly. That's a good point, Sam. Yeah, AAA and who broke late with it, or who stopped late with him? Whoop! Who do we got coming in? Who's that?
Ooh,
Rob Ben.
And that was only just as well.
I think that's the third stop for Rob, so probably
I do
some
too.
incidents limit.
Oh, that could be.
Drive through. No, he looks like he's going to stop.
Huh.
Splash and dash?
Seems weird, doesn't it? Yeah, I wouldn't think we were at the splash and dash stage at this point, but possibly, I guess.
Well, you know, if there is a splash and dash, it doesn't matter when you take it, does it?
That's true. That's true.
Maybe a miscalculation on fuel in the last stop.
Could very well be. Is this the difference between Tyler and Stuart Dick? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Looks like Stuart Dick's catching up a little bit, or is he getting further apart? Let's see.
Yeah, getting further. It's a bit slower than Tyler.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, I see. Okay. The left column for me was a little blurry. I see that the lower lap number is down on the bottom. Okay. Yep, he is. He's pulling out a little more of a lead. Tyler certainly is a skilled young man. I'll tell you, he can really wheel these things. Too bad Clyde fired him from broadcasting. He did a pretty good job there, too. Oh, no, he fired the rest of us, wanted to keep Tyler. That's right.
Yeah. Pete's obviously fired. I think Pete might get fired as a driver as well after tonight. I think I might have Gary Craig on at me tomorrow saying, please find me a new teammate.
Okay. We're on lap 16, and our leader is Tyler Newitt over Stuart Dick by 24 seconds roughly. Third is Abdel Al Amri. He's behind Stewart by about 3.5 seconds. Fourth in GT4 is Stefan Goebel. He's back a ways. Fifth is Rob Venn. I don't know if he's there anymore or not. Yeah, he would be because who's number 16? What is that? Oh, Ben Cullen. That's right. He had to leave. That's right. Ben's out. But we're glad he could make it for a while to help us test here. That was good.
Yeah.
And in TCR, we got Chris Shaw barreling down the highway all by himself with Gary Craig in second, roughly 7 seconds behind him. And then we got Mark Heron and Pete Bingham, our very own Princess.
So what have we got left in this race then? We've got 46 minutes, 26 minutes. No, I'm not even getting that wrong. 16 minutes. Get there, Clyde. Come on. It's been a long week.
I was going to say, the safety car must have beat it out of you, huh? Wow.
Yeah, those 2 laps just killed me. Apologies for my silence. I've got somebody trying to sign up.
I didn't realize. I heard you say hello to Johnny Brandon, but I didn't look at the message. Came to see the pace car crash. That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, he's disappointed.
Well, I know we haven't discussed it with any of the drivers or anything, but what was your take on the pace car? You think it worked out okay?
Well, to me it did. Obviously, I'm going to ask the drivers for their take.
Yeah, of course.
And see if there's anything that we do need to tweak. Bear in mind, there wasn't that many cars on the track.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Which obviously helped. But, you know, we've had a discussion in the forum, and it's basically, you know, a lot of it is done on trust. You know, because we're doing it manually, it means iRacing doesn't freeze the field. So we're relying on drivers to, you know, be fair and not gain any unfair advantage. But, you know, in the same breath, if they do, and if it gets protested and we look at it and they have, then they're going to be missing for a race. So the penalty is harsh if, you know, somebody wants to try it on.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't expect that from this league. The only difficulty I see is if you have a side-by-side instance that's very close, it's going to be hard to tell who's ahead of who. And I could see maybe, you know, I'm ahead of you, no, you're ahead of me kind of stuff. But basically, you kind of know unless you're really, you know, dead heat kind of stuff. So I don't know. But I think it worked. It worked pretty well.
I would like to think that, you know, the drivers can sort it out amongst themselves.
Yeah.
You know, if we do get Chris Shaw's in the pits, you know, if we do get somebody that tries it on, I'm pretty sure that a protest will come in. We will look at it, and like I say, they will be missing for a race.
Yeah. We have Gary Craig in the pits as well. Mark Heron is about a half a lap around. I'm sorry, he's more than that. He's coming up to the... Yeah, he's coming up to the hairpin. And they're exiting, I believe. Gonna be close. There's Mark Heron out. There's Gary Craig. And Mark Heron's at La Source, so they beat him out.
It's going to be a fight to the finish now.
Sure is. According to the lap, Stuart Dix picked up a few seconds on Tyler, but Tyler still got 20 plus seconds ahead at this point.
Yeah, it's just whether he needs to stop again, isn't it?
I think Sam's right. I think he will have to stop again. Speaking of which, here he comes. Ooh, he almost hit the wall.
Right
Wow.
on time.
I think that was the wall there.
Wow, that was close.
Taylor, you're on camera. If you did hit the wall, give us a sign, please. Yeah, that was close on my screen. Thank you.
Here comes Stuart Dick into La Source. Tyler's on his way. Wow, this is close. Oh, he's gotten, Stuart Dick's gotten by him. AAA is right behind him. There's an inside picture of Stuart at the controls of his vehicle. He has a hairdo just like I do. Excellent.
Yeah, Sam noticed earlier that we believe that's a picture of Andrew Hopley's BMW GT4 on AAA's screen, so we're not sure if there's a bit of man love going on there.
Kind of a bromance, huh? Well,
most definitely.
he might be using it as a target, too.
So we've got 9 minutes left. Can Tyler chase down Stuart Dick? Can AAA chase down Tyler? Can Pete Bingham get to the end? So many questions.
Yeah, the plot thickens. Wow, AAA looked a little wide there. I wonder if he's going to get a slowdown for that one. He'll be kicking himself if he does.
You don't get any slowdown at this point.
Yeah.
It's just an off track, so you're good. If you're good enough in the off tracks, you can abuse it as much as you want. Basically, I don't like it, but
yeah,
if you're below 15, then some people might take the points and try to get there.
I don't know if AAA was adjusting something there or just giving his left hand a rest. There again.
That's Stuart Dick. That's not AAA.
Oh, so it is. No, it's not. It's AAA.
Well, it is AAA, you're right.
Tell by the haircut. Have we got Stuart Dix in set, Sam?
No, we
No.
only had it once, and yeah, never seen before since then. So, yeah. Stuart, if you watch this back, we need your insight at some point.
Yeah, come on, Stuart. Clyde wants to pick on you. Come on.
Just see the first three in GT4 in the same picture there. Tyler is definitely catching Stuart.
Yes, he is. Got it down to a second and a half. AAA's not wasting any time either.
He's probably in the toe now as well, so that last second and a bit he may be able to close a lot quicker. But, you know, as we always say, catching is one thing, passing is another ball game.
For sure. Stuart, being a very skilled driver, can also make that Porsche wider than a dump truck. So.
Oh, definitely. And if you're in AAA shoes, you'd be pretty much willing Tyler to catch Stuart and hope that they can get some side-by-side action so that, you know, he can get in on it.
Indeed.
Should have pulled out a little touch there. Nothing major. Correction there from Tyler. There he is on the picture. I'm sure that run changes every time we look at it. Or the camera angle does. Something changes.
No, he's got his broadcast lights on today. It's nice and bright in there today.
Or he just looks younger every time we see him.
Wish the hell I could do that. Ooh. Stuart went a little wide there. Tyler didn't mind seeing that.
Yeah, so 4 minutes left. So what are we going to get? A couple of laps?
That's about it, huh?
Gap is under a second. First of all, he needs to get up on the bumper, and then he needs to pick his moment.
What sounds easy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He's doing a great job. Wow.
He's
not very far. Very far away.
I'm going to assume that Stuart is going to defend.
He's in there. He's in there for sure. He's in there about a quarter of a second back of him.
No, yeah. Thought he was going to stay all the way to the right, but there was enough of a gap there, and obviously the trust and respect that the drivers have in this league helps. You sort of know somebody isn't going to throw a dive bomb on you from 17 countries away.
Tyler threw him a little fake there.
Yeah, that was just a hello, I'm here.
He is close.
Yeah, it's going to be game on.
This will be very interesting. Is that white flag by any chance?
No, I think we'll get another one.
Yeah, just by a few seconds, I think.
Yeah.
Because the start-finish line is the other one, not the one in the
oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it's the one on the GP track.
Yeah, I got you.
So Stuart
Tyler's
defending.
alongside of him.
Yeah, it's a long way round there.
Oh, he's going to get him.
Get it
Easy,
stopped.
easy, hold on. Whoa.
Stuart's coming back at him. This one's a
Sure
right.
is.
Tyler's got to hang it out.
Wow. What a great battle.
Yeah, another right. Now Tyler's in the box seat with the left. There you go. But that gives Stuart 2 good chances to get back at him.
Oh, yeah.
Well, in fact, 3.
Mark Heron's in the
Mark
pits.
Heron's at to splash and dash.
Here comes Stuart taking a look. Nope. Tyler used all the road that time.
His first opportunity, I think, will be obviously the run down to the chicane.
Oh, yeah. After Blagimont there, yeah.
So this is where Stuart needs to start winding it up. So Tyler can defend if he stays right. And I think he's going to have to.
That is close racing.
He is going to have to. And there you go.
Oh, boy.
Position change again. So now Tyler has 2 opportunities. And look, AAA. Oh, AAA's had to pit. I was just going to say AAA has caught him up.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, it's his second pit stop of the race. So he did right. If the race was 1 lap shorter, he could have made it only 1 stop.
He was pretty close, though, yeah.
So this is the final lap.
Is this final or penultimate?
No, this is the final lap.
Okay. Stewart's pulled out a little bit of a lead here.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be under pressure this time. So I think it's going to all come down to that run down to the chicane again. Blow your nose, son.
Is Tyler sick?
And that was not an Ugo horn. That was somebody
Look at this smile. I think he's short on fuel.
He is, isn't he?
He's doing a whiting. Yeah, not up in the this time.
Yeah, short shifting. Oh, Stuart Dick's out of fuel.
Two limping sisters out there together all of a sudden. Oh boy. Stuart, what a heartbreak. Oh my goodness. Well, you won't do that next week, I'll bet you, when the points count. Or Wednesday, I should say. Well, again, a test, it's a learning experience. Everybody has picked up some information, I'm sure.
Now let's see how much of a teammate AAA is.
I'll push him in, you mean? Yeah.
Will he push his buddy, or will he just wave as he drives by?
I know what you would do, Clyde.
Yeah, you wouldn't see me slowing for anybody.
Okay, Bill, see you next week.
No, he's gonna push him. He's gonna push him.
Oh, good man, AAA. That away, Abdel. Don't spin him out now. Okay, Tyler. With the thimble full of gas you got left, get it across the line.
Yeah, Rob Venn is coming.
There it is. Nice job. Well done, Tyler.
Yeah, good win for Tyler. Let's see what happens here, because like I say, Rob Venn is closing quickly.
Now, as AAA gets around the corner, you think he's going to pass him and get in front of him to take the cross the line before.
Well, second place is on the line here.
That's right.
But there they are. No, he's binned him. He's left him for dead. He's gone, no, I want that second place.
And here's Stuart Dick taking a shortcut.
Yeah, trouble is,
Come
that's
on, Rob.
not the finish line.
Rob got him. Good job, Rob. Nice drive today, Rob. Stuart, tough break, man. And here comes Chris Shaw, no surprise, winning TCR. Good job. And Stefan Goebel. Is that a second for Stefan? Yeah, it is. Good job, Stefan. Gary Craig coming up to finish it off. Gary had some interesting battles today. He had a nice drive. Well, yep. Nice going, Gary. Good job. And Mark Heron with a late pit stop. Too bad, Mark. And I didn't pick you, remember. It's not my fault. And where's Princess Pete?
Unsurprisingly, the last car to finish.
Where's Princess Pete? Oh, he's at Blachemont. Okay.
Yeah, don't bin it now, Pete, because everybody's watching.
It's all yours, Pete. He's making darn sure he knows he's on camera. And Princess Pete comes home in fourth.
Excellent.
There you have it. Everybody's finished.
Right, let me quickly save this replay.
Okay, the official finishing order for the test session media day we had. In the GT4, Tyler Newitt came in first. Abdul Al Amri was second. Rob Van third. Stefan Goebel fourth. Stuart Dick fifth after a little help, but Abdul decided he was going to finish ahead of Stuart no matter what. And Ben Cullen, unfortunately, had to leave a little bit early, but we appreciate him coming out today.
Yes.
Okay.
In your TCR field, Chris Shaw took home the win. Gary Craig came home second. Mark Heron third. And Pete Bingham in fourth. And we do have Pete in the booth with us. So let's grab an interview with Pete first.
Oh, hi, Pete.
Hey.
So we didn't see you at all in that race. Tell us about it.
Well, after my second spin in a place where I'd not spun at all in 2 hours worth of practice, I decided to test some of the principles of the new safety car, which was to accrue 15 incidents and then do a drive-through under the safety car. However, I didn't manage to do that in time. So as I got my 15th, you said safety car coming in this lap, and I went, oh, no, that didn't work at all. Because the safety car was about to pull me onto the back of the rest of the field. So that screwed up. After which I decided, do you know what, I'm going to just get off tracks and see if I get any camera footage. And you've just proved that getting off tracks does not lead to getting camera footage.
No.
So I ended up with 29 incidents because I didn't want to do another drive-through, just to see if I got any footage or not. I actually liked racing this car around Spa. I just wasn't very quick tonight. The full bottle of wine might have something to do with it, but I'm not saying anything about that.
Well, you've got a week to get quicker.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And tonight was about testing the safety car.
Exactly.
One of the things that I would suggest is that we don't shuffle the cars in the safety car, because under the safety car, because I think Mr. Abdul Al Amri probably lost out when you shuffled the GT4 field through the TCRs. But it's up for discussion at some point. I had a good night actually. It was funny driving that race, even though I was nowhere near anybody for most of it, and I was just generally accruing incident points the entire time. I did. You can see it on the screen at the minute actually. Doing some drafting with Chris Shaw, which was funny.
I thought, now why is he warming his tires? You know?
Yeah. No, he was trying to throw me off, and it was funny because we were laughing.
You know, on that first corner, did you get a slowdown? It looked like you went awful tight across that corner.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
At Lacombe?
In this car, you can at Lacombe. Oh yeah, I got to slow down there. That's
what I thought. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, that was on the first lap. That's where you lost a lot of your space, right there.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I wasn't really racing.
Yeah. Who cares, right?
There was a bit of that in there. I wanted to test the principles of it, and unfortunately, my lack of intelligence kicked in, and I wasn't able to test the things I wanted to test. So, it does appear that you can accrue a massive amount of incidents and do your drive through under the safety car though, because the principle doesn't work. And also, I should point out that the fuel calculators, all of them, don't take into account the fact that you've done one lap very slowly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work in your favor. So everybody, and I mean everybody, was saying that they were short on fuel.
Yeah, we had Stuart Dick run out in the last lap leading.
Well, you had a lot of other people do splash and dashes, and Tyler did his last lap, I think. Oh, he's in the chat, so I'll let him do that one. I did my last lap, feather in the throttle the entire lap.
Huh.
That has to be driver error then, doesn't it?
Well, it's just mathematical error. It's none of us could count. We were too reliant upon the technology telling us lies.
Oh, well, never mind. Right, let's get our race winner in, shall we? Because we had enough talking to the race loser. Tyler Newitt, welcome to the booth.
Hello.
Hello. So, a fortunate win on Media Day. With, we obviously we had the little joke with you that we knew you was saving because you was running out, and then Stuart actually ran out and gave you the victory.
Yeah, I think the consolation is, had the race been one lap shorter, which it seems that everybody in the field expected it would be, I still would have won, I think. I think I crossed the line with one to go ahead of Stuart. I don't remember when I let him by, but at some point when it became clear that it was going to be 2 laps more, I started massively lifting and hoping that Stuart couldn't make it, and fortunately it worked out.
So how did so many people get their fuel calculations wrong then? Was it literally because the race went a lap longer than people expected?
Well, the short answer is Gary Craig. We were all using his fuel calculators.
Well, yeah, exactly. Say no more.
The long answer is, I think we crossed the line with like 5 seconds to go when we took the white flag.
It was seconds, yeah.
So when iRacing is close on stuff like that, they give you the extra laps. So I think everybody was playing it as tight as they could, because it was really close up at the front. I think AAA was a little bit quicker than me and Stuart. Certainly, it was going to be tough to pass him with the BMW, which I know they did a little BOP adjustment on the BMW. I don't know which way they went with it. And as far as I know, they only changed downforce. So I think the BOP is about where it was last season, which means it's still going to be tough for the Porsches to make a pass on the BMW, even if we are a little bit quicker. But today I think AAA probably was the quickest. I think his strategy of not pitting under the safety car was not the best, but that's why you do it on media day and not the one that counts.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
how did you find the new safety car?
I thought it was great. I think that it's going to work out pretty well. I think the pits being open is going to be actually beneficial to strategy. I think, as Pete said, it would probably be better to not shuffle the GT4 cars through, because you do want to maintain some advantage for staying out, if the timing works out. But that's a point of discussion. But as far as I really think that's the only point of discussion. I think otherwise it worked really well and should be a good improvement going into season 3.
Excellent. And what did you think of the safety car driver?
I thought, he could have gone a little quicker, but I understand he was driving at the limit, so
I thought he was a bit of a knobhead, to be honest.
He didn't want to put anybody to shame and show them how to do it. That's what it was.
Did the safety car driver intend to hit the pit wall?
Yes, I did it on purpose.
Yes, of course, yes.
Sam actually asked me to find out how hard that wall was. So that was all part of the test.
I also wanted to reiterate too, Sam, that no, I did not hit the pit wall, but yes, I did get very close.
Boy, you were close.
I
swear to God, it looked like you hit it. You were real close.
And just for the record, AAA is now off of my Christmas card list. So enough said about that. So on the whole, Tyler, looking forward to the upcoming season. There's some interesting tracks for these cars, isn't there? Like Long Beach and Bathurst.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Spa is probably my least favorite track on the calendar, and today was a blast. So I think the season is going to be pretty good.
Excellent. Well, as usual, thanks for joining us in the booth. Congratulations on your win in GT4s. And you better start doing some more painting now. So crack on.
Yeah, we'll do.
Cheers, Tyler. Okay, so Nick, we will bring in the man who can't count fuel numbers, Gary Craig.
All 7 of you.
So, Gary, we've just learned a little fact that everybody was working off of your fuel numbers. Is that correct?
It's a rumor. It's a vicious rumor that's been circulated by certain parts of the media. I have 2 or 3 calculators, and they all were saying 22 laps. In fact, it was saying 21.7, which should have been way safe for 22 laps. But I think that a couple of laps behind the safety car just threw it off. So when it was about 5 seconds to go to the extra lap, and I only had 0.25 of a lap left, I knew I couldn't coast. I knew I had to pit, and I saw quite a few people in issues. But oh well, it is what it is. It's something to learn for the future, that if we do get a safety car, just add that lap for the fuel calculator, because it can't figure that out.
Yeah, that's right. And I suppose the pace lap comes into that as well.
Well, somewhere like here, it's pace 2 corners, so it's not a great deal around here. But on a track where you've got a full outlap, it might be more of an issue as well. Yeah.
So the race itself, it looked like Chris Shaw was, shall we say, not in a Jimmy Savile way, playing with you a lot.
Yeah, he didn't qualify, because if he did, he would have just drove from the front and had nothing to do for an hour. So I saw when he didn't qualify, and then he was just sat behind me for the entire first stint saving fuel. And I mean, I'm not particularly quick around here. I like Spa, I'm just not particularly good at it. So I knew for a fact that as soon as he went, he was a second lap faster than me, which he was. So yeah, it just didn't really fight. I just knew he was sat there after the first lap. I knew what he was doing, so I just drove my normal lines. And yeah, it was a bit of a driving around in a bubble till the end.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bill, go on.
I was going to say, it looked like a couple of times, Gary, you actually pulled over a little bit to let him go by it. He didn't go.
I was just taking my normal line, and yeah, once or twice I thought he would. And I even, when he did get past here on the screen, actually, I did ease up just to make sure he did go.
Yeah,
I made sure I lifted just because I thought I wanted his draft, but he just drove straight away. He just got away from me.
Well, did you learn anything for the upcoming season out of this test session today?
Definitely. I'm going to be sending Pete a bottle of wine every week, so I'll make sure I beat him.
I don't. I think I'd save the wine, Gary. I don't.
Well,
I think that's a given, to be honest.
Well, that's true. One thing I would think is under the safety car, seeing it from a TCR point of view, I don't think the GT4s should go through. I think that should be part of the calculated risk that they need to take when pitting early, that they're going to have to get through the TCR field, because it didn't seem fair on AAA, who was running his strategy, to then not have that kind of buffer of TCRs to allow him to work his strategy.
Yeah, that's why we test it.
Yeah, that's what it looked like from
You're not alone in that feeling, Gary. I don't think.
Yeah. We were quickly chatting during the race that we didn't think that was particularly fair on AAA.
Yeah.
Again,
you know what's going to happen next time? We won't wave anybody through, and everybody will kick off that the TCRs were in the way and they caused all the accidents. And
Well, if that's the case,
you can't win.
They should have been here during media day.
Well, as
Exactly.
soon as I get killed getting overtaken by a GT4 in this situation, I'm definitely going to change my mind and be 100% within my rights to do so.
But apart from that, how did you find the new safety car?
I think that the safety car driver is probably going to end this season with the most fastest laps and the most laps led that he's ever had, actually.
Yeah.
But were you just riding the pit limiter?
No.
No, it was about 100. Yeah, well, I thought that. Yeah, it was about 100 kilometers an hour. Yeah, it was all right. It was not too slow, not too quick. Yeah.
And it seemed to, like I say, apart from the waving, it seemed to work from your perspective.
Yep, definitely. It was as if it was
compared
a
with the old one, shall we say?
It was as if there was a supercomputer controlling this one.
Wow, what a
Oh,
compliment!
So you're trying to make a comeback from some of the things you said before, right, Gary? Just with that comment.
Nope, never take them back.
we were saying in the broadcast that you seem to have knuckled down and taken to this car. So, what are your hopes for the upcoming season?
Well, much like my hopes for tonight, top 5. I think that Chris and Tom are out of reach, and I think there's going to be a great battle between the rest of the field for that third spot. Actually, I think if there's anything to go by the last season, then I think there's going to be a lot of us very close together. And on nights where things come together, like that last race at Monza, although Tom was technically faster, when we still had the draft, we still had a race. So I think it's going to be interesting with everyone being so close.
Excellent. And I'll expect a message from you in the morning asking for a transfer to a different team to get away from Pete, will I?
No, because you're judged in motor racing on how well you stack up against your teammate, and I think I'm onto a winner here.
Excellent. Well, always good to talk to you, Gary. Congratulations on your second place in TCR, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Cheers, guys. We'll see you next week.
Good evening, Gary.
See ya.
Okay, so our final interview tonight is our third place TCR car, Mark Heron. Welcome to the booth.
Hi, how's it going?
Not too bad. So we see you in some good battles tonight. Was you one of the drivers that took notice of Gary's fuel calculation?
No, I was just trying to
good.
save fuel. When the battles at the start of the race were good until I got a massive slowdown at the last corner, which was about 4.4 seconds, but ended up costing me about 10 after I tried to milk it. And it just wasn't happening for me.
we saw that one.
That one, didn't we? I said I think he's still trying to serve his slowdown. Yeah.
He must think I picked him to win, but I didn't, Mark. Okay, I'm staying out of that.
Yeah. So after that, it was a bit lonely for a little bit of the race. But yeah, trying to save fuel was not happening for me at all.
And how did you find the new 30% fuel limit? Did that? Do you think that's going to throw some more strategy into the race?
I would think so. Maybe not on a track like Spa, because there's a lot of straights, there's a lot of full throttle, but I'm not sure if it needs a couple more litres. I thought with the safety car coming out, if I'd been right behind the safety car when it came out and been able to save the fuel behind it, it might have been been just about okay, but because I was about half a lap behind, I had to catch up to the pack, so I was going just about full blast round to the back of the safety car line, and I had to come in for a couple of litres of fuel, so not very much.
Yeah.
So it probably, in the hands of someone more capable at saving fuel, it might have been all right. Me, not tonight, no.
So thinking about next season, what are your hopes and dreams for next season? What are we going to see Mark Heron come away with next season? Some podiums, some wins, maybe?
Yeah, I can always hope for that. I mean, I think at least trying to get a few more podiums in would be nice. I think the last couple of qualifying sessions of season 1, I started to try and bridge the gap a little bit. Tom, with his tutoring behind the scenes, getting a little bit faster. But basically, for me, first lap mistakes have cost me a whole heap of points. The amount of times I've started up in third and ended up, first lap, ended up at the back and had to make my way back through.
That's tough.
So if I can stop the first lap mistakes, I think I'll be all right. Hopefully get some podiums, maybe that win that I've been looking for. But we'll see. It would require. I mean, I think Chris and Tom are still a little bit out in the front, so it would require a bad day from them to have a proper chance. But anything can happen.
Well, exactly. We've already seen that. Yaz will take bribes to take people out. So there's always that. And the switch to asymmetric. Obviously there's a couple of real class drivers there in Tom and Stuart, and then obviously they've sort of tagged on Abdul somewhere along the line. Has that helped you? Are they giving you plenty of help?
Oh yeah. To start off with, I mean, I joined them fourth round last season, and just even watching what they're doing, even the GT4 guys, just tips and tricks that they've given me about how to drive the car, has been great for me in terms of just getting a little bit faster, being a little bit more consistent, apart from the first lap, as I explained a little bit earlier. If they can teach me how to do the first lap without crashing, that'd be nice as well. But definitely joining the team's been great for me. It's made it even more enjoyable than it could have been, being a privateer.
Yeah, they're a good bunch of lads, to be fair. Okay, well then, Mark, well, it's been a pleasure, as usual, to talk to you in the booth. Congratulations on your third place in TCR. And let's hope for some bigger and better things in Season 3.
Yep. Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Take care, Mark.
See you. Bye.
Right. So, Bill, give us a race summary from what we've just seen.
Well, it's was a little bit out of the norm what we're used to, but some really good battles. Some people that a little bit of a surprise, a learning experience, and other than the pace car driver, I thought it was pretty decent, to be honest. And looking forward to the start of the season.
You're not supposed to start on me until Sunday.
Oh, okay.
You're premature again, Bill.
I can't take that back, can I? Damn it.
No.
All right. Anyway, no, it was a good evening, and also appreciate all the people that came out to test the new system. That was good of them. We appreciate that.
Yeah, we certainly do. And we give it a good test. Just for everybody that's watching now or later on. The plan was a safety car at 15 minutes, and if it went horribly wrong, we was going to do another one at 45. But it all seemed to go pretty well on the first one, so we didn't bother with the second one. Plus, we didn't want Pete to catch up either. But we do take on board suggestions from the drivers, and we do try and change things if they're not working quite right. So, hopefully we've now got something in place that's going to make the series, the whole season, a little bit more interesting with these safety cars. Sam, from the camera point of view, obviously we didn't have a lot of races, but Pete gave us plenty of action to look at, didn't he?
Yeah, just didn't want to make him look too stupid, and this is why you didn't add all your off tracks on camera. Pete,
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
This is why, and a great battle at the end, by the way, Clyde. So that was great. Even with not a lot of people from ADA just for testings. We got Tyler, Abdul, and Rob, not Rob, Stewart, and that gave us a great fight at the end. It was great fun. Did like it.
Yeah, and it's always it's sickening if you're a driver, although there's no points on the table. It is always quite funny when you think somebody's won, and then they run out of fuel. And then obviously we saw AAA being the teammate that he is, and pushing his partner around and his buddy until second place was under threat, and that was the end of teammates. So that was very good to watch. So I say that was media day stroke test day. Coming up for you on BSTV. So tomorrow we have the VRA GTCC. I believe that's round 8 from Interlagos. That should be a cracking race. We're back in GT4 TCR action with the start of season 3 of the EDF Motorsports GT4 TCR Challenge. That will be next Wednesday at our usual time. So we've got a couple of GT4 TCR races before Christmas, and then we'll be on a little bit of a wind down. Coming up next Friday, we have a new series to BSTV. It's a bit of an odd one. It's a 6-race season using the new Lamborghini. And that is the Next Level E series. So, like I say, it's a new series for us, and we're very, very much looking forward to that. Apart from the race that they have on New Year's Day, that's going to be quite funny because there'll be lots of hungover commentators and hungover drivers, no doubt. But yes, we've got lots coming up for you. As usual, make sure you like this video. If you don't want to miss any of our broadcasts, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, and you'll get all the notifications you need. So it just leaves me to say thanks to EDF Motorsports for their sponsorship for this season. Thanks for the drivers that turned up tonight to help us do the testing. Thanks to Bill for joining me in the booth. Thanks for Sam for doing the cameras. Thanks for the drivers that we've interviewed, and thanks to Pete for giving us some action. So I shall say good night. Bill seems to have already disappeared for some reason. So I'll let Sam and Pete say good night, and then we'll close the broadcast. So good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
And good night, everyone. See you tomorrow for the VRA GTCC.